They have nearly 100,000 followers, I think, on Instagram, and rightfully so. This smells like a hickory campfire all the time, which is really cool. I haven't really been in a home where it's been like that.
I think this was one of my favorite ones I've ever done.
Really?
By far. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Derek and Bethany React, where we react to real estate shows and movies that you guys throw our way. That's either on YouTube or Amazon or any of these different platforms. We just sit and we react and let you know if it's realistic or not.
Yeah. Today we are watching a video from Levi Kelly. He's a YouTuber and he has an Airbnb in the woods. So we're going to be checking that out today.
What do I think about cabins in the woods? I think they're awesome. I'm obsessed with cabins in the woods. My wife's obsessed with the cabin in the wood as long as it's posh. She likes to be secluded and nowhere around us people and not leave the cabin. Hoard ourselves there for weeks.
No.
Never leave.
I like the relaxing.
Work off rations and ramen.
I like the relaxing, if it's a cabin in the woods and Airbnb type thing.
We are active real estate agents here in Middle Tennessee. So if any of this resonates with you or it makes a spark in your mind to say, man, I want to go buy a short-term rental out in the woods, whether it's this episode or you want to buy a house or sell a house any other time in any of our other episodes, please let us know, comment below. Also send us a DM. We'd love to set up a meeting with you and chat with you about your wants and your needs and get you all set up there. And then also go and subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget, and like us on Facebook and Instagram. Here we go.
It is located in New York, about 2 hours-ish north of New York City, located in kind of the middle of nowhere. It took a lot of back roads to get here, but I enjoy that. I like being in the middle of nowhere and enjoying the nature and scenery.
So when you're thinking about starting a short-term rental, whether you're building one like they did or you're wanting to buy one, you need to think about location, proximity to things that everyone does. So if it's a touristy area, that's a really great place to have a short-term rental, because your nightly rate will be probably most likely higher. Not only that, but you'll have a lot less vacancy, which means it'll rent more, right? So, and that's what you want. So with this, I know he said it was two and a half hours from New York City, but there's other things that are around it, I'm sure, that make it even more desirable. And even then, they might be like, hey, we're not even worried about the short-term rental rates on our nightly rates. We're more concerned with just having a really cool property out in the middle of nowhere, which is another option. But the way I look at it is, if you are wanting to use it as a moneymaker, you need to be as close as you can to a touristy area, so that way you have a consistent year-round calendar of full rentals.
But now let's take a stroll inside. So when we first walk in, you can see how just big and open it is. The dining table's off here to the right, accompanied by the...
So another thing that I'd like to talk about is people might think that Airbnbs are primarily large homes or large houses. Not true. Actually, one of the big pushes right now is that tiny home feel. Smaller is better. The more home you have, the less you enjoy it. So it's more of, let's make it condensed, make it very neat, make it unique, make the area usable, right?
Yeah, and he also talks about the aesthetics. So he's like, this is very aesthetically pleasing. When you pull in, it's black. You see it's very clean and
it's very all the lines. So your line of sight. As soon as you walk in, you see not only the kitchen, the dining, the wood accents. You have the wood accents above as far as the railings are concerned.
The lighting is nice.
The lighting of all the windows on the front bay that comes through, and then you have your white walls, which brings in even more light because it reflects. It's just aesthetically, it's beautiful, but it's also not huge. And the point of that is they want you to go and enjoy that, but also be outside. So Airbnbs aren't just about staying in the place. A lot of Airbnbs are in places where you can get out and do things. So I'm sure there's walking trails and some other things that they've put together here as well to be out in the middle of wilderness and get back in touch with that part of yourself.
The smell of the wood has been, I think, engraved in the home, so it just smells like a hickory campfire all the time, which is really cool. I haven't really been in a home where it's been like that. This home was built in 1961, so it's pretty old. I'm sure there's been lots of fire.
Like, I would just want to go there and sleep. It looks so
That's like her thing.
cozy.
Which that leads me into my point, which is you need a place that's not only cozy, but vibey. So when you decorate your short-term rental, whether it's decorated this way or not, when we bought our first short-term rental, it had roosters all over the place. Porcelain roosters, plates with roosters on them as the backsplash in the kitchen. I mean, roosters for days. Made no sense to me, but that's what they liked and that was their thing. So what we did is we came in and we made it vibey. We repainted the entire inside white because we wanted it to be as bright as possible, more of a modern look. We painted the cabinets below because we were out in the woods, like a darker hunter greenish, and then the uppers white as well, and put new handles on and hardware. Put in new light fixtures, we put in some new modern furniture, but it was more like this, more vibey. So it's like, you're not going in there and you look at it and you're like, oh, this is like I literally just went to my grandma's house. You don't want to go into a house that looks like your house.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, but it
People
depends.
are renting it to get away from their
Normal
or their environment.
Correct.
So you want to try to step out the box a little bit and make it a little bit vibey. Vibey is a good word.
Make it more fun.
Yeah, more fun.
Full-size kitchen. This kitchen is massive. There's plenty and plenty of space for whatever you need. There's stuff in all the cabinets, all your cooking utensils, eating utensils, a giant sink.
So when he talks about this kitchen, this just kind of brought up a good point. When you do a short-term rental, you're not just furnishing it with furniture. You're also furnishing it with your utensils for the kitchen, your glasses, your plates, toilet paper, towels. Like, you're literally making this like it's your own home. Like, everyone's gonna live here, everybody's gonna eat out of this place. It's like, this is your own house. And what's cool about that, and the reason why I'm bringing that up, is not only are you furnishing literally head to toe this entire place, and something you need to think of in your budget, am I buying one that's furnished or not? That's the big key here. We bought ours, it was fully furnished. Although a lot of the furniture was old, we could immediately start renting that out and not have to cancel the bookings. We could just immediately go into rentals and making money without having to change a thing. And that's what allowed us to gradually do what we did as far as the updates are concerned. So with that said, when you're looking at a short-term rental that's pre-existing, think about that when you're looking. Is this furnished fully? And by fully, I don't mean, are you gonna keep a couple couches there? No, are you fully furnished? Can I keep your hot tub? Can I keep your pool table? Can I keep whatever it is? All of the utensils, make sure all of that is line itemed on a bill for sale or bill of sale to ensure that you're getting all of that at the end of the deal. Because that's gonna help a lot with immediate money making. Something that they could do, let's talk about things that they could do to add a little bit more value to it. So yeah, it's beautiful, right? Like, it's all black on the outside, modern, it's an A-frame. There's a lot of really cool touches on the inside. But something that could be more enjoyable for a renter or somebody coming in to rent that space as a short-term rental would be a hot tub. Especially in the fall. I noticed there wasn't one. There's a huge deck there for one. Adding a hot tub to that, I mean, would be awesome.
Make it more desirable.
Correct. So you're more desirable, less vacancy, and you can probably charge a little bit more for rent because now you have a hot tub. So when you think about those things, there's just little things you could add here or there. I didn't see room for like a pool table or anything, but that's not the point of this one specifically. This one's more of like, get out, do stuff. But having a hot tub in a space like that,
Yeah, for sure.
would be really cool because you're out, you're enjoying nature and sitting in a nice hot tub, enjoying a glass of wine or something. So that's just one little thing you could add that would add value to your short-term rental. Overall, this was an awesome video. Levi Kelly is one of the coolest dudes ever. I've never even met him, but I just feel like I know him. His personality's really contagious, somebody that you just want to hang out with, right? So if you get a chance, go follow his stuff, Levi Kelly. He's awesome. Also, if you like that A-frame specifically, go follow them on Instagram at @ABlackAframe. It's a pretty cool Instagram. I've looked at it, I followed it myself. So go check it out. So do I feel like this was more of a realistic or not video, not necessarily, but I think it was an awesome video to talk a little bit more in depth with what short-term rentals can be, what they look like. I thought that was really my big takeaway from it.
Yeah, for sure. And the cabin is gorgeous, so it's kind of neat. I'm gonna get on there and look at their plans.
Yeah, because she's gonna want to build one, and I'm gonna go build it.
No, I thought it was cool. It gave us some insight on a cabin in New York. So
It's pretty cool. Thank you for watching another episode of Derek and Bethany React. We can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks for joining. Bye.